Sunflower, the magic yellow 420 Campervan. Traveling and chasing the sunshine, looking for a good time. It's Sunflower's big adventure. Sunflower's big epic adventures. Because sunflowers need sun, yes, sunflowers need the sunshine to have a good time. Herbs, arms. Herbs, on. Sunflower, the magic yellow.
How are you doing? And welcome to another episode of Sunflower's Big Adventures, where we're currently back on the road in Mauritania. But we had a major problem. We've been stranded for 3 days because Sunflower had no fan belt. Which is a major issue. And last time we left the video me hanging out of the window with the bonnet up, driving down the road, getting air cooling because we had nothing functioning.
It's a hard road, yes it is. Hard road, yes it is. It's a hard road in Mauritania. Yes, it is a hard road in Mauritania. It is a hard road in Mauritania.
So what had happened here is the air conditioning pump had fallen off because the bolts which hold it on had sheared on the rough roads. However, the really good news was that we were in the middle of absolutely nowhere, 4,000 miles from home, with no local currency. Good times, baby. If you wondered what we're doing, we've got air cooling. And it's working. Maybe it cost me a bonnet. I don't know. We'll see. Don't forget to like and subscribe. At this point the engine's alright, the temperature's alright. I'm more concerned about how long the bonnet catches are going to last. We're moving. We're going to have to stop in a minute though. I'm not far away from where the trucker said the mechanic was, which I don't know where that is, but it's on this road apparently. Sunflower had made it the 8 kilometres to the National Park checkpoint. He called the cowboy air mechanic. So I've decided to just kick back and let my hair down. Because some people would say, oh my God, what a terrible place to break down. In the middle of nowhere. I'm saying, wow, what an amazing place to be stranded and break down. It's very special, very beautiful, and I've never been anywhere like this in my life. So I am in a big playground, and this problem with the van is this big. It's not even that big. You can't even see it. That's not what she said. In the grand scale of the scheme of the world, this isn't a problem. Surrounded by wild animals that you've wished all your life to see. So we're just going to chill. And that's the importance of maintaining a positive mind when you're travelling or when you're doing anything. Because once you go into a negative mode, then stress will take over. And that's all you're going to see is problems. All I can see now is solutions. And wild animals. Today we should be back on the road. We should get fixed today with a new fan belt. What we need now is a wing and a prayer. Well, what you really need actually is a new fan belt. It's about 5 inches shorter than the old one, but you're in the absolute middle of nowhere, pal. We've got good news. So we've been here one night and we've got a new fan belt. A shorter fan belt. Which was the wrong size. So the plan is that we're going to eliminate the air conditioning pump which fell off, so that'll be taken away because Sunflower doesn't have air conditioning, so it doesn't need to be there anyway. But that needs a shorter fan belt But we've got one of those, it's here. Mechanical science. So, this is a diagram of the auxiliary belt as its standard form, and it looks exactly like it. But if you can appreciate, this black thing is the belt. This is the strong rubber belt they call the auxiliary belt, if you have no idea. Each one of these is a pulley and a wheel. And when the engine turns on the crankshaft, this CS, that's the crankshaft, this spins with the engine. So this belt spins when the engine spins, and in turn it spins all of these component parts, which are all very important. One of them is an alternator, one of them is a water pump, one of them is the air conditioning. This T is for tensioner, and for Tom the twat, and these are just freewheeling things just to pull the belt around. So what happened is the air conditioning unit here fucked, and the bolts which hold it in, because we've been driving on extremely terrible roads with washboard surface and all kinds, these bolts sheared. So this unit with the pulley vacated underneath the van, and it's dangling down underneath the van loose, which in turn caused this auxiliary belt to come off completely. So there's no alternator, so the battery's not charging in Sunflower. There's no water pump, so we can't drive far because the engine will overheat and explode. Well, not explode, but it'll die. These things are important. Sunflower doesn't have air conditioning, so in the past life she's had something different. So we don't actually need this, so she was just getting rid of old parts that she doesn't need. So what we're doing is get rid of that one, meet the new plan. So there's two models of the Mercedes Sprinter 2.2. One of them has air conditioning, one of them has no air conditioning. So there's two setouts and two lengths of belt. So what we're going to do now is, this is going to be deleted, as I said in the old diagram, and this will be the route that the belt will take, the new belt, which is shorter, of course, than the old belt, because it no longer needs to go around here. So we couldn't use the old belt, which is why I'm here for the second day, because we're in the middle of nowhere. So someone's had to disappear off and get a belt. We ended up with a selection of belts, none of them were the correct size. So now we've got the shorter belt, and we're going to get rid of that, and then we'll be fixed. And that's the plan. And then we're going to roll on. Unfortunately, the Mauritania mechanic was dog shit and his fix didn't work. Amidst the halos, they are French, Jean and Jean Merlot. Sunflower had managed to get her hands on a fan belt, but it was too big. So what Jean and Jean Merlot did was they took off the tensioner and reversed it, making it work. These two guys are the fucking heroes. These French guys, Jean and Jean Merlot, they are fucking legendary. They have big dicks. Their dicks are very big. So they have been helping me and working for many hours to try to fix the problem, which the mechanic could not fix. And now we're in the moment of truth, so we're going to try it and see how it goes. But these guys are fucking legends. Look at this beast. Oh yes. Bluebell. Bluebell. Yes man, heroes of the road. Here they go. Road warriors. They're going to make it. They were hoping to drive to Gambia and Gabon and who knows where. Good luck man, hope you got far. Thank you so much, guys. I was at the bottom there. I was proper stranded. If it hadn't have been for you, I could have been there for another 3 days. It's that way.
Sunflower tell you mountain high, yes, sunflower is super high. Sunflower tell you mountain high, sunflower is super high. Sunflower tell you mountain high, sunflower is super high.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We've only gone to another shithole.
Sunflower is super high. Sunflower tell you mountain high. Sunflower is super high.
I've never seen so many different birds, and what an amazing sunset. Wow. I think this is Sunflower's best ever park up. That's what I'm saying.
In the early morn we rise and shine, sunflowers, wheels, turn, it's adventure time.
Morning
Chasing
from
love
Diawling
through
National Park, and what a good decision to pull over yesterday after Sunflower was mobile again and enjoy the park. Wow, it's stunning. It really is. The evening walk yesterday, it was mind-blowing. I've never seen so many different types of birds flying around. I felt like I was in an aviary, and the sound in the night time of all the different animals and frogs, wow. I can't put it into words. I was just blown away, and I slept really well, and it's really quiet here. And I woke up this morning quite early because it's hot as well, so that's nice. But we have got to get out of the park today. Undoubtedly, we have to leave. Sunflower's got to leave Diawling National Park today because there's no shops or anything. There's nothing here. And it's over 3.5 hours. It's probably going to take Sunflower 4 hours to get to Nouakchott, the capital, where there's shops and we can get good supplies of everything we need. We also need a bank. The nearest one is all that way. I'm not kidding. It's going to take me 4 hours to get to the nearest cash machine, and I've got barely any local currency. So that's what we're going to do. And also, I want to find out on the way, we're going to find out on this journey how good the Sunflower's repairs are. Because I don't know yet. Everything seems to be good at the moment, but in these temperatures and on this super rough road, which is, they call it piste, it's corrugated, it's washboard surface and off-road track for the next good hour and a half or something now. Very slow, steady going. And then it's the 3.5 hours drive, if we're lucky, to get to the capital where we can get some money and stuff. We've got plenty of diesel, but yeah, we need food, we need water, we need money, and we need to find out if Sunflower is reliable. We're strapped in and packed down. We've got about 3.5-4 hours to Nouakchott. Well, it's going to be longer than that. It's going to take us over an hour to get out of this park off this, road. We've been stranded for 3 days because Sunflower had no fan belt, which is a major issue. And it took 3 days in the middle of nowhere to come up with a fix. And it's not conventional, but it works. But there has been a change of plan. A family holiday 2,077 miles away in Portugal. So we've turned around. While we're ahead, and we don't know how good this repair is, We're going to make progress and head back north.
Happy place.
There's only one animal that I haven't seen that I was wanting to go to Senegal to see, and that's a hippopotamus. I'm not going to see one of those, not this time, but I've seen crocodiles, I've seen warthogs, and I've seen all kinds of birds. They're flying around me now as I'm speaking. We've got all colours, all sizes and shapes. So I am not a disappointed man. We might have lost the battle in getting to Senegal, but we haven't lost the war. And Sunflower is still rolling, and we're heading on to more adventures. So let's get on the road. We're driving with no music, because I need to listen to every sound that the van's making. I need to stay alert about this repair and also the track. It's been a hard road, so I'm listening out for anything that sounds abnormal or any new noises appearing. So I've got the radio turned off. We've got no music. We've got just the music of Sunflower. And she's singing a smooth track at the moment. At least it was a good smooth road all the way there. Oh no, I mean it was a shit road all the way there. It's actually nicer to drive on this track than it is on the roads that take you to the capital. There's that many holes in it. Not to mention the fact that you get to see all the wildlife. Sunflower saw warthogs, flamingos, monkeys, storks. I even saw crocodiles, but they're very fast and shy. It was difficult to get them on camera. They just end up looking like lily pads or mud islands. The track's recommended for four-wheel drive vehicles only, which we don't have. But mile after mile, the repair held up, and Sunflower was handling the track really well.
Yes, it is a high road in Mauritania. Yes, it is a hard road in Mauritania. It is a high road in Mauritania.
Oh, Sunflower is living a van life dream again. Another day of living a van life dream, guys. This is ultimate appreciation for life right now. And ultimate appreciation for the help of good people. There's plenty of you out there. Keep fighting the good fight, good people. Chase your dreams. Don't give up easily.
I will cross the sandscapes, yes, sunflower in yon dawns of Mauritania. Tastes like shit in Mauritania. They get me the fuck out of Mauritania.
At this point, me and Sunflower were absolutely loving the drive. The random animals, the wild animals that you get to see that just come across the road, the multitude of birds. It's just a completely different world to anywhere we've ever been. A real adventure. We didn't like anything about Mauritania, but the minute we entered the Diawling National Park, it was absolutely stunning. What an amazing place. The problem is you have to cross the entire of Mauritania just to get there. The Diawling National Park is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's 39,000 square acres approximately in size, and it's part of the Senegal River Delta. It's an important wildlife sanctuary, and was awarded national park status in 1994. Off-road, baby!
Sunflower for 20. Campervan with the herbs. Mine follows the sun just like the herb tree goes on the road.
So far the repair's looking really good. Temperature's brilliant, everything's working really well, no strange noises. So fingers crossed we're good. We've still got 2 hours and 50 minutes on the sat nav, showing to no charts. It's going to take us longer than that. We've been in the park for over an hour and it's only gone down 20 minutes, 25 minutes the sat nav, so yeah, we're going steady, but steady wins the race.
Sunflower 420 follows the sun.
Oh yes! Sunflower has made it out of the national park. We're back on tarmac. We're back on the real road. And the repairs are holding up good at the moment. No problems. So let's continue to milk chat. We've got another 2 hours, 45 minutes or more. So let's see how we go. We need a cash machine. So all the little villages here, they're basically sheds, and the only thing painted and that looks like a real building is the mosque in each village. They've got pretty epic names: Dubai, Mecca and Baghdad. Last few villages there. Oh, Sunflower's been in a real shot. Oh. We've had very limited water for the last couple of days, so I've been on the edge of dehydration and constantly thirsty. And the shop that I just stopped at had a working ice cold fridge, which is very rare. And this Coca-Cola, which I don't condone drinking and don't usually drink, only in extreme circumstances, is the shit, yo. I'm the most interesting thing these kids have seen for a while. No. Slama. Guys, from a version of hell as far as I'm concerned. This place is horrible. I mean, it's horrible. Don't come to Mauritania for pleasure, or even for an adventure, or even just out of curiosity. Don't come here. You don't want to drive here either. Honestly, everything's gone wrong in this country. So the mission for the day, I can't even access my own money here. Got major problems. So the new mission, because we've got we've lost power steering on Sunflower. The fan belt squeals a little here and there. There's no way I'm going further into Africa, and I can't get my money. I've been to every cash machine and bank in the capital, so I've got a new mission. I've got 150 euros cash. I need to change it so I can fill the tank up and get the fuck out of this country and go back to Morocco.
They told him not to go to Mauritania. They told him not to go to Mauritania.
So guys, we're trying to get some currency changed. Half the banks aren't even open. None of the cash machines work for me. So I need to change my euros to local currency because we've only got half a tank of diesel and I want to get out of here. So this is where we are now. We tried the bank, now we're going this one. So I just want to take a moment to say how difficult life is in Mauritania. I'm in the capital city. None of the cash machines work for me. I mean, none of them. I've tried them all. I have 150 euros cash and absolutely no local currency left. I've got no water. I need to buy a drink. I haven't had any breakfast. I can't buy anything anywhere because I haven't got any money. I've been to some banks to change money. They can't change my money. They send me to another bank. Yes, they do it here. They don't change the money either. I want to change a little euro so I can buy some diesel and get the fuck out of here and go north back to Morocco and some delicious food. And yeah. So I've been sent to another bank now. BMI, Carrefour BMI. So let's try this one, and I hope I can change some money because I just need half a tank of diesel. I've got half a tank of diesel. I need to fill up at least once to get out of here. Well, we're back on the road, but what a joke. I've just spent over 2 hours driving up and down in the capital, going to all the big main banks and going to all the places where the banks told me to go to change some euros into local currency so I can get some diesel and get the fuck out of here and go to Morocco. It just took me hours. I couldn't even change 50 euros in any of the big banks. They sent me to a change place. They weren't doing change there. So I went to a DIY shop. That's generous. And basically paid them £8 to change my 50 euros into their currency. They wouldn't do 100. So then I went to a petrol station and then another petrol station and did the same thing with the guy in the petrol station. And then I filled up with diesel, and now Sunflower's back on the road and we're pointed north and we're heading for Morocco, and the goal today is to get the hell out of Mauritania because I do not like this country, and also people are very rude. So we've got 400 kilometres just gone below to drive to the border.
Sunflower Park, in happy places, sunflower moves through beautiful spaces. Sunshine she chases, smiles upon faces. From mountains to the cold winds, never decide which we like the most.
Right, I'm going to stop filming. Let's just get serious and get to the border. See you there, hopefully.
Lies and ever at peace, and of blindness put to win. Sweet sober and put me beside good. Sunflower campervan drives into the sunset, the sweet golden sunset. The sky cool lights and ever.
We're winning so far. The Mauritania side of the border was easy. We're in no man's land on the way to the Moroccan side of the border, and then it's welcome back to Morocco and on the way to civilization and a tagine, because my mouth is missing the flavours of Morocco. majorly. Honestly, I've been eating everything that I've got in the van, all the dry pasta, porridge, everything like this. So I'm really looking forward to some flavour. And it's hot, if you can't tell by looking at my face. It's very hot. The border was closed. It was time closed for the day, just as I got there. So I pulled out 100 dirham and said, is the border open? A hesitation and yes, okay. Yes! Been gutted to have had to sleep a night there. Really wouldn't have liked that. Oh, this turns out to be a mistake. We're coming to Morocco, baby. Alright guys, so you might notice that I'm not in sunflower. And it's a good job you can't smell me because I stink. Sweaty. A lot of hot driving. So what happened? We got to customs on the Mauritania side. Sunflower made it. And we got through customs on the Mauritania side smoothly and quickly. And we drove through no man's land in between Mauritania. And then customs closed. So it's forbidden to stay in your vehicle in Moroccan customs. So now I'm in one of the hotels. And I've been here for 5 minutes. And there's no one here. Keys there. Fancy a room. At least the reception area is nice and clean. Oh no, the reception area is fucking filthy. Check out this luxury boutique hotel.
They told him not to go to Mauritania. They told him not to go to Mauritania.
I spent the night in my clothes with my hood up, sleeping on top of the covers. My lord, I have never been in such a filthy room in my life. Bird shit, mouse poo, fingerprints, just all kinds of filth everywhere. I don't think the room had ever been cleaned, never mind cleaned after the last guest left. I don't think it had been cleaned this year. And it didn't smell fresh in here either. Let's get cozy. Welcome back to Morocco, people. And it feels good. We've just managed to make it back from Mauritania after we didn't manage to make it to Senegal. Right, so before we kick into a long drive, we've got a 20-minute drive to buried treasure. This one-legged pirate buried some treasure before we crossed the border. Something that we couldn't take to Mauritania with us. So we're gonna do a 420 treasure hunt. We found the spot. Let's see if we can retrieve sunflowers buried 420 gold.
Sunflower, the magic yellow 420 Campervan. Traveling and chasing the sunshine, looking for a good time. It's sunflowers, big adventure. Sunflowers, big epic adventures. Because sunflowers need sun, yes, sunflowers need the sunshine to have a good time.
After we retrieved the 420 gold, it was time to drive on to the park up. A place where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Sahara Desert.
Sunflowers, big adventure. Sunflowers, big epic adventures. Because sunflowers need sun, yes, sunflowers need the sunshine to have a good time. Herbs,